Hi everybody, and thank you for watching this presentation. Today I'm going to be telling you about a reptile trip that we have to Costa Rica. We are Project Green Jungle, and as the slide says, we balance commerce and conservation. And like I just said, this is for a herping tour to Costa Rica. Before I get started, I just want to give you a quick intro with our mission statement. That's on the bottom here. Project Green Jungle conducts capacity building programs for at-risk communities by balancing the economic and ecological needs of a region with responsible commercial endeavors. These actions are built upon a framework of integration with local populace, connecting them to the global marketplace. One of the ways we do that is through tourism. So we'll give you a quick view of what one of our reptile tours include. We pick you up at the airport. All in-country lodging and transport is included. We integrate our partners with our tours, so you get to meet our partners and take part in some of our project activities. Our reptile tours actually herp unexplored territory, so you get to see areas and territories that nobody else has been to. Some of them, and this one in particular in January that we start, you will stay on an indigenous reservation with indigenous in their houses and the cabinas. We also collect scientific data, so we build field guides and put that data to use in the scientific community, and you also get a full-time guide. Our philosophy is pretty simple. Like I said earlier, we balance commerce and conservation. So in doing that, we bring tourism in, which is an integral part of the success of our project as well as our partners. Your tour will center around and include our project partners. During this specific tour that we're doing this presentation for in January of 2013, you'll integrate yourselves with our indigenous partners on the Bribri Reservation, and I will give you a little bit of information later on the Bribri. The revenue generated from these tours is split between our project, it's put into our general conservation fund, and our indigenous partners in the village of Cachabri. Instead of just giving them a handout or telling them that we'll give them a grant and they use it for whatever, we put them to work. So they are your guides, they are the people that house you, they are the people that put the meals together, and they teach you about their rich culture and their medicinal gardens. You'll actually get a tour through their medicinal gardens. The area that you'll herp, like I said before, has never been explored by outsiders. This is one of the reasons why we partnered with them, because this area is so unexplored, and who knows what we'll find. This is at the base of the Talamanca Mountains down in the southeast coast of Costa Rica. The quote on the bottom here is from Jairo, one of our liaisons with the tribe. One of the first things he ever said to us is, instead of handing out to us, instead of giving to us, teach us the way so we can provide for ourselves. And that was also one of the reasons that we really partnered up with these guys right away. The plan for the trip is that we will pick you up outside the airport in San Jose, Costa Rica. We'll take you back to the hotel in San Jose. We only use nice, clean, secure hotels and cabinas for you. We want to make sure that you have a safe trip, as well as kind of take away all the headaches of travel to a different country. And I'll go into a little bit how we're able to do that in a few minutes. Your quick overview of the tour is on the right here. Day one, like I said, airport pickup. We'll stay in Costa Rica guest house Costa Rica guest house or Aranjuez, which is a comparable hotel. Day 2 through 4. Day 2 will take you by private transport to the indigenous reserve, and you'll begin your 3-night stay in Cachabri, which is the small town in the indigenous reservation that we work with, and you'll be able to herp at the base of the Talamanca Mountains. Now these day 2, 3, and 4 will be spent here. All meals are included here, and you'll see a few more specifics here in a minute. Day 5, in the morning, we will take private transport down to the coastal town of Cahuita, that's on the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica, and you will have a 1-night stay in cabinas there. You'll have access to Cahuita National Park, so you can hike or herp. and there's a ton of animals here, including many mammals. Almost guaranteed that you'll see sloths and monkeys on that hike. After a one-night stay there, you'll take private transport back to San Jose. You'll stay once again in Costa Rica guest house or a similar hotel there. And then day 7, you'll have a shuttle transport to the airport in the morning, and then you'll fly back to the United States. The people that are putting this together for you, in country, one of the directors of our project, and he specializes in tourism, is John Brickle. John has used his expertise, and he's got it in both zoos and tourism, so he knows a lot about animals, and has spent close to half a decade, or actually has spent half a decade in Costa Rica, learning the ins and outs of tourism in Costa Rica and the logistics there. There are a lot of logistical problems and nightmares that come up in a third world country, and John has seen and fixed and worked around almost every single one you can think of. He's an incredible asset, and really will help put this trip together for you and make it as painless as possible and make it an enjoyable trip. Tom is also a director of the project, and his capacity is in the CTO, or Chief Technical Officer. What that means is basically in charge of bringing everything together through technology, a lot of the business administration, and presentations like this, and different advertising campaigns, and just trying to bring everything in together through technology. A lot of the field guides and the scientific data that we collect will be put together through technology. Also, a lot of time spent in the jungles of Costa Rica, some of these unexplored areas as well. Jairo is our indigenous liaison. He's the first person that we met on the reserve. He is also your guide while on the reservation. You have a full-time guide the whole time that you're there, and somebody that's specialized in tourism in Costa Rica. It's going to be John this trip. And then while on the reservation, Jairo will be your guide and take you out into the jungle. Jairo is a wealth of knowledge. He knows all the medicinal plants. He is the cultural preservationist for the tribe, or for the clan. And he is also Manuel's son. Manuel is on the right. He was one of the original reasons that we decided to work with the Bribri. He is a future shaman. Like I said, he is the son of Jairo, and Manuel is amazing. He's already knows every animal in the area. You can see him in that picture with a snake hook that I made for him years ago. He still has that hook. Still goes out and looks for animals, knows the Bribri name, the Spanish name, and is an amazing kid that's going to be an amazing man when he grows up. He really is the future of our project, as well as Cachabri and the Bribri as a whole. He's an amazing kid. So now I'll go into a little bit more depth on the travel specifics and the tour for you. Day 1, like I said earlier, you will be in San Jose. Once you arrive, we'll pick you up by private transport and take you to Costa Rica guest house or a comparable hotel. This is based on double occupancy, so you'll have 2 to a room. Meals are not included for that night. And your activities, basically we'll do an orientation meeting. We'll get everybody caught up on exactly what to expect, make sure everybody's on the same page, and then you'll have some free time for the night. Once again, you'll only stay one night. After this, day 2 will be your trip to Cachabri. This is a private transport down to the east coast of the country and then up into the mountains. This is on the southeast part of Costa Rica, down towards Panama, and in the base of the Talamanca Mountains. Your lodging for nights 2 through 4 include traditional indigenous buildings like in the one pictured. We also have tents available if you'd rather go out and be in a tent, but you will have a roof over your head here. It's pretty simple living, and your main stay here, or main reason for staying here, is the activities. You're going to be herping the area. You'll also get the chance to talk to the Bribri about their culture and do some tours of the area and see some of their cultural stuff. And then you'll also be able to take a tour of their medicinal garden, which is a pretty neat tour, and you'll see everything that they use in the jungle for medicine. Your duration of stay here will be 3 nights. On this is one of the major reasons that we came to this area as well, is because this is La Amistad Conservation Region. This is a World Heritage Site and considered one of the most important parcels of land in the world. It's also one of the largest intact conservation, I believe it is the largest intact conservation region in Central America, and has somewhere around 1 million acres of property and jungle. Just to give you a real quick overview of the Bribri people, their total population is kind of hard to nail down. It's somewhere around 5 to 10 or 11,000. Cachabri, which is the village that we go to and we work with directly, has between 30 and 40 people. Some of the people come and go as the time of year and work comes around, so it's between 30 and 40. Language, I screwed that up and put population there, but that's supposed to say Bribri. It's a pretty simple language, and you can get lessons there while you're there. Income is between $2,000 and $3,000 per family per year right now, so they have a very low income and are always looking for other ways to make money. They are one of the few indigenous tribes that retained their independence after Columbus landed. They went up into the jungles, and because of the remoteness and the thickness of the jungles, the Spanish didn't really follow them up for hundreds of years. They'd run down to the coast and fight with the Spanish and then run back up into the jungle. So they really haven't been touched or changed as nearly as much as what many other indigenous tribes throughout Central and South America have been changed. This also means that they have a very close-knit family and chiefdom that they have, and they use shamans of various duties that you'll meet and be able to ask questions to and get to learn the culture. So day 5, after we get done in Cachabri, you'll take private transport down to Cahuita, and Cahuita is on the coast in the southeast portion of Costa Rica. You'll be staying in cabinas. Meals are not included here either, but they are included in Cachabri and on the indigenous reservation. So the activities that you can do here are herping and a nature walk in the Cahuita National Park. Like I said earlier, there's a ton of animals here, and you'll really see quite a few monkeys, sloths, lots of eyelash vipers, some frogs, vine snakes, different things like that. And then there's actually a decent nightlife in Cahuita as well. This is an Afro-Caribbean town or influenced town, so there's a lot of reggae and things like that. We'll be staying here one night. There's also snorkeling available on the trail, and that's not included in the tour. We'll get to that in a minute. Just some animals that we see on a regular basis throughout this region. The red-eyed tree frogs, they're all over the place. It depends on weather whether you're going to see these or not. Obviously, you're going to the rain trees. We've seen quite a few of these. Diploglossus monotropus, which is the Costa Rican gallowasp. This is something that we want to breed in the future. Really, really neat animal and one of the best colored locales. Like I said earlier, brown vine snakes. See quite a few of these on the coast as well. A bufo anymore, but this is the green climbing toad. We see a lot of terrestrial frogs and toads throughout the region, and it takes a little bit of hike to get to some areas, but once you get to those areas, it's very rich in biodiversity. Day 6 after Cahuita, we will head back up to San Jose, and you will again take private transport that's included. You'll stay at Costa Rica Guest House or one of those other hotels that we have on our list in case they're sold out by the time that we make our reservations. Meals in Costa Rica or in San Jose are not included, but you will be here for the night, and then depending on when we leave in the morning, you may be there a little bit in the morning, but in the afternoon and night you can go to the farmers markets. There's restaurants right near the market. There's some museums and different city life things that you can do. The duration of the stay there will again be one night, and then the morning after you'll take a shuttle to the airport. A couple more specifics for you. This tour that I'm doing this presentation for begins on January 15th of 2013. You will go through January 21st. So if you're booking tickets, you'll be booked out by January 21st. The things that are not included are the meals and drink outside of the Indigenous Reserve, your national park entrance fee in Cohita, which is right now is $4. It may change in the future, but it's right around $4. Exit fees when leaving the country. The country of Costa Rica makes you pay $28 when you leave. We don't cover that for you. And then transport to the airport the morning of the hotel. We'll assist you in finding a shuttle for everyone. If everybody goes at once in the morning, it really won't be only $5 or $10 a person at the very most. But if everybody breaks up and you have some flights that go out in the middle of the afternoon or night, then it'll be a little bit different. So the travel cost involved, the cost of the trip, is $1,000 per person. We're limiting the tour to 10 people. And you got to remember this for weather and hiking. This is the rainforest where we're taking you. You have to pack accordingly: rain gear, boots, extra socks, all those things all your camera gear and things like that. Weatherproof it. We have some things, but you're responsible for your own gear and for yourself. Due to the tight schedule, it's very hard for us to stop anywhere and find things, especially once we get down to the coast. And once up on the reservation, you're not going to find that much stuff to help you with that. So make sure that you pack what you need, and as we're going through and scheduling the tour and leading up to it, we'll have phone conversations and really guide you in what you need. You need to let us know if you have any special needs. If you don't let us know, we can't prepare for them. We will be out in a real remote area, so if you have special needs or something is not going to allow you to do it, you have to let us know beforehand, so we can either do a different tour for you or help provide what you need. One of the big things for me is the scientific contribution, the data that you collect. So the species that you find, where you find them, all that stuff will be collected and distributed to the scientific community. We'll also build field guides for Cachabari and the Indigenous Reserve and add to those as time goes on. So you'll help build a field guide for us and provide data to the scientific. For more information, all you have to do is contact us on one of the social networks there: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, all those. We have a website, greenjungle.org, or you can get us through our address on the right or one of the two phone numbers there. Both those phone numbers are manned all the time, so if we don't answer, we'll get back to you right away. All the pictures taken on this page are of animals that we found in those regions of Costa Rica that we do these tours. And so it's an incredibly diverse area that we really think that you'll have a lot of fun with. We want to give you a safe, fun, exciting trip that really stays with you for a long time. So please, if you have any questions at all, you can email us at info@greenjungle.org. Go to the website, give us a call, or stop in at one of those social networks and just leave us a message and we'll get back. Thank you for watching.